The bitterest dispute was over the proposal for a windmill. Not far from the farm buildings, there was a small hill, the highest point on the farm. "This is the ideal location to build a windmill," Snowball told the meeting. What, Comrade Snowball?" "A windmill could supply the farm with electrical power," said Snowball. "It would light the stalls and warm them in winter. We could even have an electric milking machine." The animals listened in astonishment as Snowball spoke of other fantastic machines coming to their very old-fashioned farm. "They will do our work for us, comrades," he explained. "We will at last have time to graze in the fields, or to improve our minds with reading and conversation." Napoleon grunted scornfully. "The usual pie in the sky," he muttered. Snowball began working on plans for the windmill in an old shed. The mechanical details came mostly from a book called Electricity for Beginners. With a piece of chalk gripped between the knuckles of his trotter, he drew line after line. Gradually, the plans grew into a complicated mass of cranks and cogwheels, covering more than half the floor. The other animals came to look at Snowball's drawings at least once a day. Even the hens and ducks came, taking great care not to tread on the chalk marks. Only Napoleon declared himself against the windmill from the start. One day he arrived unexpectedly at the old shed to examine the plans. He walked heavily round the shed, looking closely at every drawing. Then suddenly he lifted his leg, urinated over the plans, and walked out without uttering a word. The whole farm was deeply divided on the subject of the windmill. Even Snowball conceded that it would be very difficult to build. "We will need to carry the stone from the quarry and then build it into walls. Then we must obtain dynamos and cables from somewhere." "Pie in the sky," muttered Napoleon. "I am confident we can do it, comrades," continued Snowball at the meeting when he formally presented his proposal. "The work can be completed within a year, and after that, each animal will only have to work 3 days a week." Napoleon snorted in disgust. "We need to increase food production," he said. "If we waste time on this windmill nonsense, we'll all starve to death." The animals formed themselves into 2 factions under the slogans "3-Day Week," "Vote Snowball," and "More Food Now, Vote Napoleon." Benjamin was the only animal who did not side with either faction. "There won't be more food," he said, "and a windmill won't mean less work."